Okay, so this is number 6 in our absolute beginner series for trumpet. So we've already done a 5-note C scale, like this. And hopefully our arpeggio too. Okay. But now we want to do a full C scale, meaning we start from C and we go all the way up until we hit C again, then come back down. And we'll alter our arpeggio to fit that too. So instead of going C, E, G, we'll go C, E, G and add the C at the top and then come back down, okay? So that means we need some new notes. So we already figured out how to find the first 5 notes. So we need the last 3. So we need an A, a B, and a C, okay? Now the thing is, we already found the C when we went up to our third partial, right? So that's our C we need at the top. And again, we can't work up because once all of our valves are used up, there's nowhere to go. But we can work down by adding valves, right? So if we have our highest note, our C, we can go down from there. So below C is B. And remember, if we talked about it before, that E and F and B and C are our only notes that are always right next to each other. So if C is all open, B will be right next to it in our second position. Okay, so C, B, next we need an A. So A is one of our ones where we skip. The only ones where we don't skip are B and C, E and F. Okay? So B to A, we don't want to go down 1 from second position to third. We want to go 2 from second position to fourth. And that's it. Because after that it's G, F, E, D, C. So we already know the rest of our notes. So our new notes were C, B, and A. Okay, so our whole scale will go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, and then back down C, B, G, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. Okay, and then our new arpeggio will go C, E, G, C, C, G, sorry, C, G, E, C. Okay, sound like this. Back down. And then our arpeggio up. And back down. Good. So again, we'll look at that written out, so hopefully that makes a little bit more sense. If you're still confused after looking at it written out, try watching the first part again, and then hopefully it'll make more sense. So this is a good building block for us to understand how to play music, is to get through this whole scale, all the way from C to C. Now we can play all kinds of songs that are in C, or things that are within 1 octave. And even if it's not in C, you can figure out how to make things fit into C, okay? But again, that'll require a little bit more knowledge of music to do that. But this is just a good way to develop our lips and our knowledge of the instrument in the meantime. So we'll take it from there, written out, and then we'll move on to our next subject. Okay, so here we are back at our fingering chart. So before, when we played our 5-note scale, we covered 5 notes, C, D, E, F, G, right? But we extended our C scale. Now it goes C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay. And then we added that C to our arpeggio too, okay? So now this needs to be a little bit bigger. Well, we know that if we keep on going C, G with our lips up, we'll get another C. All right, so like we were saying before, we still need a B and an A, right? Well, so remember, B and C are right next to each other, and as we add our valves, we only go lower, right? We go backwards to the alphabet, okay? So we can't go higher than G, but we can go lower than C. So let's try to bridge this distance from G to C. We just need these 2 notes, right? So if we go 1 down from C, that brings us to B in our second position, like we were saying earlier, okay? And then after B, we would go to A, B, A, and again, that's another one with a gap, right? So we skip. A is not here, it's right here in 4th position, just like E. So just like C and G are in the same position, A and E are in the same position. You got to remember that all these are up in our 3rd partial, so these might be a little bit tricky to hit right now if you've only been playing for a little while, okay? But hopefully you remember what your scale sounds like, and you can put those together to get your scale to come out. Now another thing to think about with this is if we kept on going, what would come next? C, B, A, right? After A, we'd keep on going down, we'd get to G, and G is another skip. Now the thing is, this G is the same as this G. So whether you play open, or whether you play sixth position, you still get a G, and it's the exact same G. These are two different Cs. This C is higher than this C, but these Gs are exactly the same. So we actually don't even need the notes past here. They're just kind of like extras. They're alternate fingerings, different ways to play the same note. Okay? But with that, we should be able to play our C scale. All the way up, it'll go C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, right? Just like we talked about. Then back down, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C, right? And then our arpeggio would go C, E, G, or sorry, C, E, G, C, and then back down, C, E, G, C. Okay? So if this is still kind of confusing at this point, I would try writing out this chart on your own, or taking what we learned about how notes work. Remember that there's gaps between everything except for B and C and E and F, and seeing if you can write this chart out from scratch, just from what you know, if you can resolve those problems, figure it out, thinking about how your partials work and how your valves work, and if you can fill in all the gaps. Okay? So that's how we find our notes in our first C scale. And we'll be looking at a little bit more here as we go on, but for right now, that's it. See you next time.